A very good morning everyone and welcome to my presentation. It's an honor to have the opportunity to address honorable judges, distinguished audience and ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself and my team members. My name is Cha Jun Hao. My team members are Sho Yanzhen and Tan Xiu An. And so the title of our project is Memory Loss Wearable Smartwatch. We chose this title as it is basically to detect memory loss immediately and remind us what to do. And before we start, does anyone know what causes memory loss? Okay, do you occasionally have one of those senior moments where you walk into a room and then totally blank out on why you were in there? Or scramble mentally to remember the name of a person to whom you were just introduced. So these are the small memory lapses around to everyone. They are simply part of the brain's constant efforts to sort out, prioritize, and file away the information it is constantly receiving. Memory is a complex process involving many different areas of the brain. And there are many different causes of memory loss. Memory loss can be caused by stress, anxiety, depression, and bad eating habits. That's all from me. Now we'll pass it down to my second team member, Sho Yanzhen.
Thank you, Junhao. Then it's my turn to introduce. As I mentioned earlier, this project is to create a smartwatch that helps to prevent memory loss and help people to overcome memory loss by getting notification. Okay, now I would like to share the function of this product. First of all, we need to download the app on the mobile phone and connect to the smartwatch. Once we download and connect it, the scanner in the smartwatch will scan the blood sugar and display the blood sugar level. And we will get the notification of detection every 1 hour. If your blood sugar level is low, you can ingest food with fat or protein to avoid memory impairment. Well, let's move on. How can this project help to prevent memory loss? First of all, we know that the glycemic index has a great impact on the brain. The reason is, glucose is the main source of energy for the brain. And because brain cells themselves cannot store energy, so glucose needs to be continuously transported to the brain to make the brain work normally. Once blood sugar is low, the energy supply is not enough. So the brain cells may cause serious damage, and it will cause the patient's memory loss. So once the glucose is low and the energy supply is not enough, the smartwatch will remind you so that you can replenish in time to avoid low glycemic index and chronic damage to brain tissue. Okay, now, let me tell you. We propose this project as this project is affordable because it is a low-cost project and it can be used by all age categories. But it is more suitable for the elderly because memory loss happens among this age group. Besides that, the user will receive a pop-up notification when their sugar level is low. Okay, now, I will pass it to my last group member, Su-An.
Thank you, Injun. Now I'm going to talk about our project timetable. We divided this report into 5 weeks. In the first week, we discussed and thought about the purpose of creating this smartwatch. In the second week, we submitted our ideas stating why we wanted to create this watch and briefly described the whole content to the teacher. In the third week, we began to search in-depth information and make reports. In the fourth week, after the report was prepared and approved, we started a video presentation of our final plan on this smartwatch. And in the 5th week, we handed in this video to the organizer. And this is our financial planning. Now let me explain the expenses we need in this plan. The total cost of this product comes up to Rm 2000. First, we have the app creator that costs Rm 400. Next, we have the lineup of the list cost, which is programmer and social media, which costs Rm 200. Then the one that costs the most is the medical consultants payment, which is Rm 600. After that, we got the banners, flyers that cost around 500. Lastly, the advertisement is Rm 300. And this is the proposed product. Here are a few findings about memory loss which are indeed interesting facts that we should take a look at. There's some report about memory loss. I'm now nearing the end of my presentation. The project has taught us a lot about project making, and we also learned that many things indirectly affect our memory, including the food we eat. We also feel that the information obtained in this process is useful for us who grow up and work in society and for us now. We also feel that this report is worthy of further exploration, and finally hope that this function can be implemented and widely used. Thanks a million for listening. I hope you know a little bit more about our project.